James. What's up,
What up,
Vic?
fellas? It's Gucci.
Yo, it's been a long time, and we're not gonna waste any time. Welcome to No Love Lost Fantasy Sauce. I said sauce. Fantasy Source. Year 15. We have some. Uh, we have a new player, and we have a not a new player, but a person
A
that's been here
returning
for a
player.
while. Yeah, it's a vet. I'm glad that he's back. And Kyle, welcome. And man, I'm just excited just to talk about this season, Vic.
Yes, sir, man. It's been it's quite an accomplishment. 15 years in the league. 15 years has been for the most part, not even for the most part, but overall, it's been a good 15 years. 15 years filled with what's the word? Um, not
Consistency.
I mean consistency from the people in the league. Not a lot of turnover, but disparity. That's the word.
Mm.
There's no clear cut dominant player in this league. It's been um it's been a bloodbath the past 15 years. There's players that have their ups and downs. There's the few of us won two championships. Some of us won one, and there's a good amount that hasn't won any, but they're quite the competitors in the league. So it's a pretty good disparity.
Yeah, pretty much. And nothing's more fun than getting with your homeboys and being competitive. I think we all are competitive when it comes to this stuff, and it makes it fun. It's it's good to be a part of it, man. It's been here for a while. Sometimes it feels like it's been more than 15, but here we are.
Yes, sir.
So
And before we
let's get.
transition,
Go ahead.
shout out to the fellas that's been with us for the whole 15. I mean, some joined in late. We love you just as equal, but shout out to the guys that's been rocking us since day one, man.
For real. For real. For real. Much love, man. Much love. And that's why everyone is involved with the votes and everything because we all have a piece of this. And this league would not be what it is without the people in it. That's for sure. So, with that being said, let's dive in. All right, we missed last week's podcast, but we're going into this week talking about how people stand and going forward. So, let's look at the standings real quick. So, right now, I'm 2-0 on top of the league. Then you got Khalil, that's number 2, 2-0. Ryan 2-0, and then the rest we got several 1-1s, and then the last three, uh, Kyle 0-2, yourself 0-2, and Kev 0-2. And when I looked at the scores today, man, George and KT dropping 160, over 160. KT dropped 182. That will make you feel good a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's just seeing that amount of points because week one, not a ton of high scores, man. To be quite honest with you, it was very lackluster. Week two definitely made up for what happened in week one, and there was several teams that had high scores. I was actually looking at the top scores. We had one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Eight different players scored 30 points or more, which is like I wouldn't say it's unheard of because I would have to look at the past stats, but like, oh, that's crazy.
You want to hear something fun? Out of those eight
Sure.
players, three of them were on KT's team.
That's great. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. But that is pretty crazy. And then you were his opponent, so that hurts even more.
I mean, it gets to a
Um,
point. It's like what can you do?
You're just trying to make
You,
a point at that point.
even like you left points on the bench. Even the points on the bench wasn't making a difference in that game.
Nope. Nope. And that hurts. That really does hurt. Um, we could go over all the scores, but we missed last week, so we'll start fresh next week going over the actual matchups. But I really want to talk a little bit about the draft, performing players, underperforming players. Um, I know it's only been 2 weeks, but I think it'd be a good jump off point before we do anything else.
For sure. Let's jump into the draft then.
All right, so the biggest disappointment, we'll go by first round. Um, Justin Jefferson has been not so hot. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree on that. Um, I don't think JJ McCarthy's as advertised. He has what, one good quarter out of 8 quarters, which was the first week he had that crazy comeback. But other than that, JJ McCarthy's been very underwhelming, and that takes a toll on Justin Jefferson. And I mean,
Yeah,
I watched the game, so a lot of the balls were like, it wasn't like he was getting pressured. He couldn't get the ball out. They were just like either he took the wrong read, threw it too high, threw it behind him. It was just I don't know. Maybe it's because this technically is his rookie season. He didn't play at all last year. Um, getting the nerves out of his system, but he hasn't looked good. But he's hurt now, so let's see what Carson Wentz brings to the table.
yeah. And then I'd even mention Nico Collins. That Texans
Yeah, Nico
offense is
Collins.
just not that offense just doesn't look like it's it. I don't know what happened, man.
He's getting the volume, but it's just not connected. So
Yeah. Then I'll also throw in for actually he's a player of mine, AJ Brown. Ugh, stress for sure. And then we have some dudes that's been performing. JSN has been lighting up the scoreboard. Oh my
yeah,
gosh, have you been?
JSN and Puka Nakua. Puka looks like by far the best player in fantasy right now. Him and Bijan.
Yeah, Puka Nakua is unstoppable, man. Unstoppable, and he's right on Khalil's squad. Yeah, he's nasty. He's nasty. And then you got other guys that's
Another player that
uh,
comes to mind that's been he's been, he hasn't been bad, but you expect more. Drake London.
yeah.
Drake
I'd agree.
London. Um,
Chase
I
Brown.
mean, Jamar Chase. He had a rough first week. I forgot how he did this past week. If he
Oh no, he dropped like 30 something points this week. He made up. He made up
okay,
for
okay.
week 1 with his week 2 performance.
Ashton Genty's been a huge disappointment for me. I just don't know what's up with that
Most
team,
for the
man.
most part, all the rookies have been as far as running backs. I'm looking at the list now. Yeah, but like it's so hard to judge everything so early.
Yeah,
But
it's only 2 weeks into the season.
it's only 2 weeks. A lot of
Um,
things could change. So I just wanted to touch that stuff real quick. Let me see. And honestly, man, aside from the draft, these waiver wire claims. Well, before I even get to the waiver wire claims, you look at any fantasy advice, they tell you, hey, you know what? These guys are top priorities. These 3 players are top priorities. All those players that these people name are all on other people's benches in our league, man. It's like I was looking at
Yeah.
there was like hey, go get yourself Daniel Jones. No, he's on the roster. Oh, go get yourself Tootin from the Jags. Nope,
He
he's
got
on the
drafted.
roster. Woody Marks, go get him. Yeah, he's an available guy. Nope, he's on someone's roster, and it's wild. And then it leaves a bloodbath when it comes to the fab. Like the first week, KT was a big spender both weeks, because George Kittle got hurt, so he had to spend big. He ended up getting Fanon, or however you say his name, for $35, and then he goes the second week and drops $35 to get the guy that he wants. But he wasn't the only guy to spend. We had on that first week, we had Moose spend $13 on DJ Giddens, and then Kevin, I don't know, Kevin's crazy. He must have a love fest for Juju, but he spent $10 on Juju, and then Ryan spent 10 on Calvin Austin. Janilson got Booty for 6. Um, Trader Joe got Juwan Johnson for $5. I got Brenton Strange for $5. The defense, George got the defense for $3. Like, you know what I mean? People spending early. And then this week, which is like, I wanted Franklin. I wanted to grab him, but with this league, you just never know how much people are gonna spend, man. And then I definitely threw some money in there, but I don't know, it's tough. And KT ended up
Yeah.
spending big and he spent those 8 people that spent on this dude, and KT ended up snatching them.
Yeah, my original amount was $40. And then my gut was like, that may be a little bit too much. So I went back. I put so I went back because I felt like he only had a 1 week showing of big numbers, but the volume was there both weeks. But you have Cortland Sutton on the team. And going back to last year, I felt like the Broncos is a mixed bag. You know, last year was Cortland going off some games, Mims going off some games on punt returns or a big catch. So it was a mixed bag. So I was like, let me bring it down a little bit. I don't want to burn $40, and the person behind me only put in $20.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was wrong. So I dropped it to 31, and KT beat me on that.
Yeah, he ended up dropping 35. And then it was actually very competitive. I don't know why freaking Stevie just put a claim on him. He didn't put no money on him. This might as well not even bid. But but yeah, he played it right because he put 30 KT played it right. He put 35, then you were right behind with 31, Kev with 30, Kyle with 29, Moose 27, myself with 26, and then Steve $16. You know that wasn't gonna happen. But then he wasn't the only. This is a big surprise, Vic. George threw down $25 for Drake Browning.
Who's Georgia's current QB?
I,
Let me let
right
me
now.
let me pull that up. I mean, maybe he's just getting. Oh, that's why. I see why. His QB is Daniels, and Daniels may be out this week. We don't know. So I
I
can
get
see
it.
why he put the money down. Yeah.
Well, Steve was trying to put $7 on Jake Browning. Look at him. But 25 is a lot. And then yourself what Romeo Dobbs, $17. I put on 5. I ended up getting Wandell Robinson for $15. I bested Kyle and Steve. They put down 13. And then you got George getting Zach Ertz for $15. He played that right. Stevie threw down 11. Then Stevie threw down $7 for a defense. It was a sought after defense too. I put down 2. Ja put 2. Steve put 3. Kev put 5. Ryan put 6, and Stevie put 7. That was that was very competitive. But besides that, like there was a lot of claims this past week.
Yeah.
After week 1, people start scrambling real hard before we hit the trade market. I think the trade market is gonna start heating up soon. Um, I would assume that after this week, I think there's gonna be some trades, in my opinion.
Nah, I think so, man. I almost pulled the trigger on the trade um earlier today, but I'm not. I don't know. I mean, personally, I'm in a position like, I gotta do something.
Yeah, you gotta
So
win
yeah,
this week, Mister. Yeah, yeah, in a tough
there's
spot.
definitely gonna be trades happening in the next few days. I feel like in the league,
Yeah,
we're
no,
not
I
even
feel
not
like some. Go ahead.
maybe not in the next few days, but definitely by next week.
Yeah, I feel it. I really do. I really do. I feel like an uppercut is coming. We just don't know where it's coming from. We just don't know where it's coming from. I had a late conversation about a trade today. Just getting the wheels wet. You know what I'm saying? Get on that track. You know what I mean? Um, is there anything that has popped out in the season so far for you?
Um, for the most part, the chat's been quiet. The the
It
chat
has.
the chat's been more quieter than usual. Um, but yeah, the season just started. Um, I give the benefit of the doubt because the season just started. Everyone's trying to get acclimated with their teams, acclimated with their players, figuring out the next move and whatnot. Um, I think we touched up on it in the beginning of the show. It's been an odd, not an odd season, but it's been a slow start with some heavy hitter names, some heavy hitter
Yes.
players you would think would give you 20 plus a week are not. So it's been an unusual start.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure. But I'm sure the fireworks will be coming soon, man. I feel about my squad. I feel really good, and then there's a couple of other squads that look like they're built to last. But that's what it starts with. And bye weeks haven't hit yet. Players haven't really got super injured yet, so it's definitely coming for sure. I was looking at this. Oh yeah, George got a strong squad, man. That the JT's been impressive, man. And Javonte Williams has been stud. But yeah, there's a. We'll just jump in. We'll jump into these matchups right here. So this week we got a big week starting tomorrow, right? Oh well, this is recorded on Wednesday, so the matchups will be to on Thursday. Um, we got myself versus Janilson. It's a it's a big matchup for myself to stay undefeated. And then Janilson's 1-1. Yeah, man, he lost on that last minute thing. That was tough, bro. I hate Monday night games just for that, bro. I
Dog,
hate it. All he do have to do
man,
is catch a ball, really. And that
that's a
PI
spicy
he keeps
matchup right
talking
here.
about. Yeah, it's a big deal. I got some decisions to make. But then
That's another player right here that, but I mean, he said it during the week in the chat. His receiver's been bang average, but that's another player
yep.
that's been he was high. He was high on my list. Brian Thomas.
Oh yeah, yo, no. And he's just like your boy Nico Collins. He's getting the targets and stuff, but he's just not converting. He's just not converting for
Yeah,
whatever
this is a
reason.
spicy matchup we got coming right here.
Yes, sir. Hey,
Tucker
I'm ready
Craft,
for it.
what a stud. he's been
He
this
is a
year.
stud.
Tucker Craft.
Hopefully he continues it because I'll be a happy guy if he does. Be a happy guy if he does, man. And then we got George versus this is a low key big matchup for Kyle, man. Kyle's 0-2. Like being a newbie,
Yeah.
you want to get out, you want to get that first win as soon as possible because believe it or not, you catch this L right here. I think you hit the panic button a little bit.
Damn, this is a good matchup. He got 2 rookies starting.
Yeah, he's brave. He's brave.
He got JCM and Scatbo.
Yeah, he's a brave man. He really needs the dub, so he's reaching deep in the tool bag. And nothing's worse than starting the year 0-3 because you're behind the 8-ball, man.
I am interested to see. I read an interesting fact. It was last time Jake Browning, played a good chunk of games. Shamar Chase wasn't too hot. I think his targets went down, his points per game went down. It was still respectable, but not like what you invested in. Yeah. So it's interesting. I'm interested to see how that comes out to play.
Yeah, I'll be interested in that too. It's a huge matchup, man. Huge matchup.
Looking at this matchup, Jonathan Taylor, what a start to the season he's having.
Yo, he is killing it. He looks like number one fantasy player worthy. That's what he looks like. And then we got the next matchup. We got Stevie versus Moose. I mean, other than Henry crapping the bed last week, I mean, Steve's team was looking pretty solid. And look, I honestly, truth be told, I laughed when Stevie drafted Keenan Allen. I'm like, yeah, he's not getting anything. He's been killing it. He's been doing better than Ladd McConkey.
Yeah, man.
Just straight killing it, dude. I gotta shut my mouth next time.
I feel like that receiving core so far, it's been a balanced attack. QJ been getting his numbers, been getting his targets, delivering. Ladd been getting his, not as much as the year prior. And Keenan's been in. He's been a good red zone target. Getting a big red zone and a third down target. He's Mr. Dependable in those areas. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the whole season plays out. What happens to Ladd McConkey's value? Because they're all balling. They're all doing well. And then eventually, Hampton's gonna turn it on. In my opinion, I think Hampton eventually is gonna turn it on. Right now, it's been the running game's been in Los Angeles, but eventually one of them's gonna turn it on. And I don't think it's Najee.
I don't know. I like Najee, man. And then Juwan Johnson was a solid pickup for Stevie. So under the radar, I called Stevie's team the old vets. He ain't got one rookie on his team. Paul Guy still got Kareem Hunt still on his bench.
James Conner.
Yeah, dude.
I guess A-Chain's the youngest guy he got.
Yeah, yep, it is. Old Wild, we'll call it Wild Wild West.
A few days ago, I was like, man, there really is not no quality running backs in the waiver.
No, there's nothing.
Then I was looking through the rosters. I'm like, looking through the rosters, looking to see, who has who. And I see, well, this is why a good quarter, a good 25% of the running backs on Stevie's team. He has a good amount of running backs on his squad, man. And they're all solid running backs. Derrick Henry, James Conner, that's 2. A-Chain, 3. Kamara, Ford, all starting. Then on his bench, he got Hunt and Chubb.
Yep.
All serviceable. Or an injury happens in KC. Hunt's the bell cow now. So interesting.
Ah, man. You say interesting, I say super old, man.
I
You
mean, it's
gotta
still
have to
old.
bring up the.
I didn't. I'm not taking that
Yeah,
away from them. They're still old,
oh, mad old, mad old. The old
battle tested.
vets, battle tested. Yeah. And then Moose's combination of Amon Ra and Puka, it's wild. And a healthy
Yeah,
Brock. Yeah, that's.
Puka fell to the second round into
I
Moose's
don't know
lap.
how. I don't know how, but that is crazy. That is wild. But should be a good matchup nonetheless, man. I got Moose on that one. All right. Next matchup we got uh KT. KT coming out the gate, 180 points, feeling himself a little bit versus Ryan. Ryan and KT, I won't even call it a rivalry, but they got uh some heat over there
They
that
be
needs to be
squabbling.
settled. Yeah, they be squabbling. There you go. That's a perfect word. Squabbling. And I'm sure KT is ready to try to get a W. I'm not gonna even lie though. Either is KT has a strong roster, man. He has a strong roster. I think this may be um, the best team I've seen him have, and I like him being aggressive early and getting these
Yeah, it's been
players to his
in the
teams.
waiver.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta show people that you belong, and the only way you do that is with your actions, not by your talk. So he does have a solid roster, especially if they all perform well. I love Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving, he's one of my favorite players. Ken Walker, if he produces like he did last week, he's gonna be a stud. Malik Neighbors, I mean, Malik Neighbors is not playing the Cowboys every week, so I mean, he's not gonna be dropping 30 plus. And Roma Dunze killed it last week. Lord, oof, tough. And then with Ryan's roster, not that there's anything wrong with it, but you got Barkley that's very, very strong. Tyreek, I just don't know what to make of it. Tet is a beast. Tet is an animal. He is an animal. I like Tony Pollard. I haven't paid attention to Cooper Cup, so I can't even place an opinion on him.
You had a good week last week.
Yeah, like I don't
First week was rough.
like we don't really have much data to go by, but Josh Allen is a beast. You know he's gonna come through ready to perform.
Yeah.
And they actually play on Thursday, so that should be a good matchup. Like I mean, it's hard to say if it's gonna be a bad matchup or a good matchup. I haven't seen one team yet. Well, you know what? I'll reserve that. I haven't seen one team where I'm like, oh yeah, that team sucks. But I haven't even looked at everybody's roster like that either. Then you're playing Kalu, which is um, big matchup for you because, like I said before, you don't want to start the league 0-3 because it's just harder
Nah, definitely
to
not, man.
to
It's
come
an
back from.
uphill battle. Definitely don't want to start 0-3.
Yeah. And it's like, well, Kalu, he got CMC. Yo, CMC is a freaking stud, man. He's a stud, man. He can easily drop. He drops 20 points in his sleep.
Yeah.
And though Chase Brown has
Bro.
been underperforming, he gets what he gets the snaps. I love Jacoby. I don't know what's up with Cortland Sutton. I like Cortland Sutton.
He had a good first week. Just last week wasn't.
Yeah. But
Last week
maybe
was
that
his week.
changes. And then for you, I like Abuka, man. He's been killing these past 2 weeks. And then Garrett Wilson. I mean, who's the backup quarterback for the Jets?
Tyrod Taylor.
Oh man, good luck. Good freaking luck.
Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, it should be a good matchup. It says the spread got it 50%, 50-50. So that should be juicy, especially early in the season. Try to steal your wins. Oh, speaking about stealing wins, Steve versus Kev. Kev, he, 0-2 also. And Steve's team might be nah. You know what? I don't know. It's like Steve got to make a decision if he's gonna stick with T Law or not. He dropped him. He picked him up. He dropped him and he picked him up. Like, make your decision, Steve. You rocking with him or not? You rocking with him or not, man? Then you got I love Josh Jacobs. James Cook is just a dude that just always he's just a stud. Then Justin Jefferson's not producing, but Keon Coleman. I don't know. Buffalo's weird. They're either gonna they they're not consistent. All you know is Josh Allen's gonna ball, but like sometimes they throw the ball at Coleman, sometimes they don't. And I think Coleman's a beast, honestly. And Warren's a stud. That was a stud. I believe he picked him up in the 7th round. That was a stud move. He's already producing like he's a top tight end. Look at that. 14 points last week. Now 11. Stud. DK Metcalf is DK Metcalf. Yeah, and Kev, what do you think about Kev's roster?
Um, I honestly feel, man. I think Marvin Harrison and Lad McConkey is gonna be the crutch of his season. We know what we're gonna get from CD Lamb. I like Chuba Hubbard. I think he's all reliable. I think Hampton second half of the season is gonna turn it on. Um, I think the Joker will be fine. I don't know what I feel about Tillman. I don't know. It's not even Tillman. I'm just besides Njoku, I'm just not the biggest fan of the Cleveland Browns offense.
Yeah.
Besides Njoku, I'm just not a fan. I own Jerry Judy in two other leagues, and even me, I'm like, when I start, like if I get 10 points, I'm happy with it with Jerry Judy. So I'm not the biggest fan of the Cleveland Brown fan offense. So yeah, I feel like Marvin Harrison, Lad McConkey is gonna be the crutch of his season. If them boys perform, I think Kev Kev will make a strong push to get into the playoff hunt. If Harrison performs like he did last year, because Kyle Murray, is protecting the stats, doesn't want to stay in the pocket. A second later, he wants to just rush it out. Doesn't want to let the play develop or go through his reads. Then you're gonna get the Marvin Harrison from last year, which is not good.
He was
Lad
frustrating to
McConkey,
own.
yeah. Lad McConkey, like I said earlier, it's only 2 weeks in. But Keenan Allen, he's all reliable. Third down conversion, third and longs, he's gonna make the play. Red zone, he's gonna be there. So far in the season, people roast QJ, but QJ's been catching the bombs so far. He's been making the big plays so far. And if Hampton turns it up, that's less it's less balls to go around. You know, it's like the
Yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles. With Saquon Barkley, you got all these weapons. It's less balls to go around for some certain players. So if that's not picking on McConkey, I think all of the receivers there their ceilings are limited because it's a lot of balls to go around.
Yes, sir. A lot of balls to go around. Uh, yeah, that is all the matchups. That is all the matchups. Um, you got anything else to add for these dudes? For these
Um,
dudes.
I'm gonna just go down these matches. I'm giving my quick predictions for this week. I'm gonna go with George to get the W. So Kyle will be 0-3. Yeah, I think George comes with a lot of firepower on his team. I'm gonna go with Trader Joe to give Moose his first L. I like Trader Joe's matchups this week. KT 2 wins in a row. KT big dub for KT this week against
Ooh,
Ryan.
big dub KT.
Fireworks. There's gonna be some fireworks in the chat. KT's gonna let Ryan hear it. I like Dolphin Steve win over Kev. 0-3. And I like Matt. I like yourself to continue the hot streak over Ja. I just too much firepower in your end, man. Too much. And you just got to gain another bell cow running
Yes,
back, and Jordan Mason.
yes,
So he's
sir.
gonna run rampant. He's gonna be there, guys. He's gonna be all three. He's gonna be a 3 down back. He can catch the ball. He can run the ball. So Carson Wentz there. So I think it's gonna be a lot of running.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Carson Wentz is a. I don't even know if he's good anymore. But yeah, that's all the matchups, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. The first one is in the books, Victor Lopes. And I apologize if it was a little lackluster. I got like my head is beating so bad right now. I have such a bad headache. I've been
You got
sick this
COVID.
week.
Mad people got
Uh,
COVID, man.
I don't know, but I was sick over the weekend. Had uh, a wedding to go to. Well, two weddings to go to Saturday and Sunday. Been busy all week, and I'm just getting over this whatever the heck this thing is, man. Oof, it's tough. Oh, is that Lamar?
Yeah, it's my son's favorite player,
Hey,
Kai
tell him
Avery.
he's on my fantasy team.
He got an autograph, Lamar.
Yes.
I don't know what
Well,
these things are
that's
called. The new
they look
pops,
like
the
fat
bobble, the new
heads.
bobble. Yeah, the new age bobbleheads. That's what I call them.
There you go. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys like the new format. It'll be better next week, and we hope you enjoy. All right, you guys have a great day.
Fellas, God
Deuces.
bless and good luck. Good luck, Kalu.